Hello,
Hello, we're
we're
the
the
Jordans,
Jordans.
and on today's episode, we are giving the pros and the cons of visiting Bangkok, Thailand. So, yeah, we stayed in Thailand for a month. Our home base was Bangkok, and so we really wanted to kind of show what it was like and what hopefully our pros and cons can inspire you to visit Bangkok. If you're new here, we are a newlywed couple who quit our 9 to 5 jobs to travel for the first year of marriage. So we will start first with the cons of visiting Bangkok and then move into the pros. So what is your first con of Bangkok?
Um, the city's very loud. There's lots of commotion. It's
Yeah.
everybody's awake like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Real late. It's kind of like the Vegas cities. You know, people are always doing something, and the traffic there is crazy. So
Yeah, I would say it is very, very loud. Like we were in a condo on like the 30th floor in Bangkok. Like it
hmm
was really high, and you could still hear, you can hear the sirens, you can just hear the traffic. So it's definitely a stark change from like suburbia. I
yeah.
mean, like we lived in suburbs, so it was definitely a very loud city. Yeah, so if you're not used to that or you're not wanting that, keep that in mind that that can be a con, a very loud city. The second con, which you kind of touched on, is the traffic. The traffic in Thailand and Bangkok
Yep.
is horrendous, and it really doesn't even matter the time of day. It can be 11 in the morning. It can be, of course, 5 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. The traffic is always bad.
Yeah, we spent probably 20 to 30 minutes trying to leave the mall,
Mhm.
getting a cab or
Mhm.
some transportation home, and it's just, especially whenever it's raining.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
that's even worse.
I would agree that yeah, it's um I would say whatever your commute is to wherever you're going, if you're gonna take a car, add like 20 to 30 minutes to that commute because the Grab app tells you they're like, oh yeah, your car is 5 minutes away, but really because of the traffic, it might take that car 15 minutes to get to
Yeah,
you, and then because of the traffic, the destination, which keep in mind we're talking 5 mile radius, will take another 20 to 30 minutes added on top to get to that destination. So to combat the traffic of Thailand, obviously there are ways to get around it. You could take a motorbike,
hmm
which we did not do. We didn't feel comfortable with that. Tuk tuk,
yeah,
yeah, we did do tuk tuks, and they kind of weave in and out of traffic a little easier because they're smaller. The train, you can take either the Sky Train or the subway, BTS or MRT, or you can walk.
yeah,
Yeah, which in Thailand, the walking it gets hot.
yeah. You do a lot of walking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's your next con?
Just plugs. You
Mm-hmm.
coming from the U.S. We have different plugs, and so finding the right plugs and making sure you have the right accessories to things, you know, it's a little harder. But once you have everything, you're able to charge everything and use what you have.
Yeah, I would agree that some of your hair tools you can't just plug into the wall, so that's something to think about. You'll need converters, which can be a con from for some people. That can be a con for some people. My next con is that there are parts of Bangkok that can feel inauthentic.
hmm
Yeah, and maybe even annoying. Inauthentic and annoying. For example, I went back to Bangkok about a week ago, and I stayed in Nana, which is like the Sukhumvit 11 area, not too far from Terminal 21. And every time you walk out your doors, someone's like pestering you to get in their car, like take their cab, take their tuk tuk. Do you want to do some excursion? They're gonna take you on a tour, the floating market or the railroad train. It's like no, I'm trying to get to where I'm going. I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to the store up the road, or I'm walking to the train station, And so that can be annoying because that's completely different from where we stayed the first time back in May into June, where we were very in a residential area with a lot of condos. So that can be a con that there are neighborhoods in Bangkok that are very almost like tourist trappy. So definitely do your research when you're booking your stay to try to not stay in an area like that. If that's not what you want. If you want that,
Yeah.
great. That could be a pro for you because you're like, yeah, I have everything I need. But yeah, that's definitely a con for me.
Yeah, the weather, depending on what time of year or the season that you go, it can be rainy more than other days.
Mm-hmm.
So always remember to bring a jacket or a umbrella
Yep.
whenever you're going out, and check the weather app. Um, but yeah, it rained. It was on and off for
Yeah.
us. We were kind of like, what?
That's really lucky.
Yeah, we lucked out.
Yeah.
We had some good weather, but once we left, that's when it really started to hit Thailand, and I mean they were having monsoon season basically.
Yeah. So the start of our trip from May into June is rainy season. So it's currently rainy season right now, but I would say this May and June is not as bad.
Yeah,
Now, like I said, that could be a con if you are wanting to go to Thailand. The good thing about that is I would say the rain is like Florida rain, where it rains for like 2 hours and then it you know it dies off. But a con about the weather could be that it's hot.
yeah,
Bangkok is a subtropical destination. I think that's what I want to call it. And if you aren't used to that hot weather, you will have a time. Like I remember we were left the airport, we were like waiting for a car, and there was this like German group of men, and they were burning up. Like they were fanning themselves, and so it was like they weren't used to it. But definitely that could be a con. It is not a cool destination. It's pretty hot, like high 80s, low 90s. For us coming from Texas, it wasn't that bad though.
yeah,
Yeah. Yep. I would say my next con is that there is a huge culture at the end of the day around food and shopping in Bangkok. And there can be a lack of nature and like outdoorsy things to do. So once you get past all the, I don't know, the nostalgia of Bangkok, you're really just like, okay, let's go do this.
mm-hmm.
Well, you go to the street market. What are you doing? Eating and shopping. You want to go to the mall? Eating and shopping. Themed restaurants and a lot of excursions are around eating or shopping. The floating market, you go to eat and shop. The railroad market, you go to eat and shop. So that can kind of be a con if that's not something you're wanting. I mean, yeah, you have to eat, but it's like, man, everything. Sometimes it felt like a lot of the things we wanted to do were revolving around going to eat, and we didn't necessarily want to do that because we're like, well, we just ate. But yeah.
So I guess in the countryside or the poorer areas, there's areas that you're going to be asked to pay to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of a shock, but it just happened, so it's fine. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, I agree. So just make sure you have cash, preferably coins.
Yeah, coins.
Make sure you have coins because that did throw us off. That we were like, oh, we have to pay to use the bathroom. Definitely can be a con. My next con is you can't drink the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that can be annoying because you just don't think of the privilege in the U.S. or a lot of places in the U.S. Where you can drink the water. And granted, Texas water is not fantastic. It's not like, oh my gosh, so delicious. But you don't have to think about it. You wash your face with the water, you shower with the water, you brush your teeth with the water, wash your vegetables and fruits with the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know that it's, relatively fine. Here in Thailand, bottled water is essential. You cannot drink tap water, so any drinking water, you're drinking it from the bottle. You're brushing your teeth, you're using bottled water. When you're in the shower or washing your face, you don't want to get the water in your mouth. And even for us, there were certain fruits and vegetables that we wouldn't eat raw.
Yeah.
Because you have to, they're washing this stuff with tap water. For example, we didn't have a salad the entire month.
Yeah.
We were there because salads, they're fresh fruit, they're fresh vegetables, and they're washed in tap water. And any fruits that you did not peel, we did not eat. So no grapes, no apples, nothing like that. Every fruit that we ate had a peel on it, or
Yep.
yeah, had a covering, and you peel it off, such as like watermelons or oranges, pineapple, those kind of things. But yeah, that was that was a con for me. Yeah, should we move over to the pros?
Pros, yeah.
All right, so now we'll move to the pros list of visiting Bangkok. You want to go first?
There's a lot of variety of food that you're going to be introduced to. Lots of new things that you probably won't ever try or have tried. My first thing that I experienced was sticky rice, mango sticky rice, and that was amazing. We actually went to a cooking class with a group, and we got to make it ourselves. So
yeah, that was in Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was so good. But yeah, that is the food. The options of food are limitless. And with that, I would say a pro is just affordability
yeah,
of items in Bangkok overall. The US dollar is extremely strong compared to the Thai baht, so you can eat well and affordably. Housing is affordable, shopping is affordable, transportation, and like I said, just a luxurious experience.
yeah.
You can have a luxurious experience in Thailand, in Bangkok, including the food. Like so much good food. We ate very good in Thailand, especially in Bangkok. But yeah, I would say a pro of Bangkok is that it is a central hub to other cities in Thailand and also Southeast Asia. So Bangkok has two major international airports, and you can fly to just about any city, definitely any city in Thailand from Bangkok, from one of the two airports, and cheap. Like our round trip flight from Bangkok to Chiang Mai, I looked up, it was like $60 a person.
Yeah.
It was so cheap. You can even find cheaper if you booked ahead of time. Like we booked that flight 2 weeks out. But not just throughout Thailand, you can get to a lot of places in Southeast Asia from Bangkok very cheap, like Cambodia and Vietnam. I mean, Singapore is so close, Malaysia is so close, and so inexpensive to get flights there. So, pro to Bangkok is you are in a great central location to get to other places, and by trains too. Yeah, what's your next pro?
The people are super honest there,
They
and just
Yeah.
want to help you out. They have the best intentions. She actually lost her phone at one of the what was it,
The boat dock.
yeah.
Yeah, at the boat dock. I left the phone behind, and they were like, he made his mission to go retrieve it and bring it back to me, and he didn't have to do that. Like they could have been like, oh yeah, you need to go, go back here, and it'll be waiting for you. Like no, he brought it to me, and yeah, that was very very sweet.
Yeah, if that would have happened back home in the States, that phone would have been gone
Oh,
like
yeah.
instantly. They wouldn't have found it,
I
but
wouldn't know.
yeah,
But yeah,
great people here.
definitely such nice people in Bangkok. My next pro would be that at the end of the day, there are so many things to do, day and night, and things stay open late. Like the malls, pretty much are open till 10 p.m., which is great for us because we are night owls. So we sometimes would get our day started at like 2 o'clock. So the fact that like 2 o'clock we could leave and we could be out till like 10, 11, 12 and be doing stuff is great, because the night markets also, a lot of them close at like midnight,
Yeah.
1 o'clock. Like they open so late. So if you are looking for nightlife, there's a lot to do past 6 o'clock. And I would say, I'll even say it really quickly because we're in New Zealand making this video. That's a huge contrast to New Zealand because stuff here by like 6, 7 o'clock is closed. Like the malls close at like 6:30. So huge change, huge change. The pro that I have is that entering Thailand, so this is not just Bangkok specific, but this is a Thailand pro. You can enter Thailand with your US passport for 60 days visa free on arrival, which is huge. That change happened in June of 2024, so it's a pretty recent change, which I just think is amazing because when you start traveling and you start thinking about where your passport can allow you to go, and if you can get places without visas start to add up. Yeah. Like, think about, you have to have a visa to go to Brazil now. You have to have a visa to go to Vietnam, and sometimes they're expensive, sometimes not. But the fact that you can stay for 2 months, and now you can also extend it for an additional 30 days. So basically, you can stay for 3 months, 90 days in Thailand and continuously. And that's just, I think that's great. So for like snowbirds out there in the US, if you're wanting to escape the winter, I suggest coming to Thailand because you can stay for, like I said, 2 to 3 months and have some great weather. Mm-hmm. And have an affordable trip. Yeah, so those are our pros and our cons of visiting Bangkok, Thailand. If you made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. If there are any pros and cons that you agree with or disagree with, if you think some other ones, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think. But yeah, we will see you in the next video.
Bye. Bye.